Right, so guys, we need to talk about that Dragon Ball Super. I think it's episode 128, 27. All right, so what did we get in 100 episode? I can't speak. What did we get in episode 127? We got Jiren. We got Jiren's origin. And also, we ended up getting kind of 17 doing some cool stuff. So I'm going to start from that. I'm going to start with 17. Then I'm going to get to Jiren's origin and how I felt about it. So 17. Alright. First and foremost, this is crazy to me. Yeah, I understand they had a scene where 17 fought against Goku, right? And Goku was in blue. And 17 threw hands with him. And Goku was like, I didn't even realize I turned into blue. Because 17 is now that powerful, right? And 17 survived against Toppo. So he survived against Toppo, who became a god of destruction. Which is already far-fetched. But then he throws hands with Jiren, who is blatantly way stronger than Toppo, who was bodied by Vegeta. Vegeta can't even touch this Jiren guy in this episode. I don't understand how 17 can do it. Then, after that, this guy 17 sacrifices himself to help the other guys. Apparently he's dead. Blah, 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 blah. Apparently, you know, he sacrificed himself to the blast Jiren and everything. That was noble. That was righteous. But then to say his motivation was to get on a cruiser with his family when he gets to Super Dragon Balls, to me sounds stupid. It doesn't sound like a realistic wish that you'd make with some omnipotent balls that can grant any wish. It sounds ridiculous, but hey. My issue is the power scaling. As per usual, my issue is the power scaling of Dragon Ball Super. 17 should not be able to do any of this stuff. Because by rights, you're basically trying to tell me that 17 is as strong as Golden Frieza, who is already a hacks character who shouldn't be as powerful as he is. But still, you're basically saying 17's on that level. And that, I can't stand by that as a fan. I think that's ridiculous. And I hope the manga does a better job than the anime. Because the anime, to me, continues to make a monkey out of us all. It continues to do things weird, do things in a weird way that don't make sense to a Dragon Ball fan. There's people out there like Seth the Programmer that kind of like try and defend Super, which is fine. Defend it if you want. Even say the scaling makes sense. The scaling doesn't make sense. The scaling's stupid. But I'm not gonna like play myself as a fan, because I've been a Dragon Ball fan since I was a child. Since I was 6 years old. I'm 25. That's 19 years ago. Dragon Ball Z never had any issues. Watching it again and again, going through it, looking at it for what it is. Dragon Ball Z was most of the time very, very consistent. The only issues with me, with Dragon Ball Z, are I feel like the characters aren't as powerful as people think they are. I feel like people take the characters' literary words too serious. Like I feel like when people say, oh, when Cell says I can blow up the solar system, he probably could excrete that much energy, but it's not something he's going to do easily. It's probably going to cost him all of his ki or something like that. But let's not get into that now. Me and my friend Reese D, we've made a big video about Dragon Ball anyway, about everything that's wrong with Super. But 17, you know, what it comes down to is 17 should not have an episode against Jiren. He should have played a support role where he helps Vegeta and Goku get more ki by using his limitless ki supply to power them back up. That's what he should have done. And Frieza. And then they should have bodied him. Then Jiren should have been like, oh, you're going to keep giving them the ki, yeah? And just knocked him out of the ring at speed. That's what should have happened. But instead he got his whole segment where he's fighting Jiren himself. That's absolutely ridiculous to me. Next. Jiren's origin was weak. Jiren's origin was pathetic. You basically have gone and said that because he's, you know, he had a sad life, that he's this OP character, and you're giving me that as an explanation. That's ridiculous. That's so stupid. Vegeta's planet got destroyed. He got enslaved. His dad got bullied. All these things happened. I think, did Frieza kill his dad? I think Frieza kills his dad. Like, what? But you mean to tell me this guy, who's from like some sand planet, like he's some Star Wars character, he's upset, he has a gang, his gang gets killed, it makes him obsessed with power. Vegeta was very obsessed with power too. You know, and I'm just looking at these as coinciding examples. It's a lax origin. And I hope it's not the same origin in the manga. I hope in the manga the origin makes more sense. It's not a very good origin for such a cool character. Because as far as I'm concerned, everyone I've talked to about Jiren's a cool character. Jiren does bits. Everyone likes Jiren. Jiren's cool. Jiren's a badass. Jiren just be walking forward, just all tough and strong, just unfazed. Now you've made him into some guy who's basically bitch made. Oh, I'm sad, so I'd resorted to just using people and being super strong because strength is righteousness. Alright, cool. But that's weak. I expected him to be some guy who figured something out. I'm hoping they add some more depth to him later on. But as far as I was concerned, Jiren was the type of character who figured it out. He was the type of character who figured out Ultra Instinct. He was the type of character that trained with the God of Destruction. He was the type of character who was Goku, but he ended up beating his God of Destruction and decided to not become that God. That's what I wanted from Jiren. But instead, I got this guy who is just some sad kid that came up sad. That's my issue with it. There was so much mystery surrounding him that when we got his origin, it just fails, man. It just falls flat on its face. So I struggle with that. Other than that, did I enjoy the action? Did I think it was okay? Yeah, pseudo, except for, you know, I still feel like when he did that, when he powered up and he had all that heat around him, I thought that was Ultra Instinct. Why wasn't it Ultra Instinct? You tell me, because I don't know. I thought that was going to be it. I thought, yeah, he's entered Ultra Instinct now. He's going to body everyone. Because I think next episode he's bodying Vegeta. I thought, yeah, he's going to body everyone and then bam. Once he's bodied everyone, him and Goku are going to throw down. Goku's going to go into Ultra Instinct and they're going to have a final throwdown. You know what I mean? And winner take all. But I'm actually hoping it's a double KO with him and Goku. I'm hoping they both get a wish and whatever, and Zeno kind of shows some mercy because, you know, Zeno and Goku are big friends. But yeah, his origin fell flat. His heat form fell flat. You know, it's like he's this really powerful character, but it's like problem with Super is it's not about him. It's about Super. It's like they do all these little filler segments so you've got more content, but they don't seem like they're canon. The only things that seem canon are the big battles, like Jiren versus Hit, or the first Goku versus Jiren battle. Because when Goku, this is a different topic, but let's quickly go through it. When Goku fought the Broly girl, I don't know which one it is, Calais, is it Calais? When he fought Calais the first time, and she powered up and went Berserker mode, she bodied him in every form. She bodied him in blue and everything. But then when she masters that form later, he defeats her in a weak form. Which means that it seems like that original fight wasn't canon. And this is what they do. So it's like Jiren did all this stuff, beat the crap out of Goku, clashed him in Ultra Instinct at a good level and everything, and then 17 can throw hands with him. It just doesn't seem canon. And that's the issue with it. But did I enjoy the episode? Not really that much, but I watch every episode regardless. But that's all I can really say about it. I struggle with Dragon Ball Super. I really, really do. As a fan of Dragon Ball Z, as a fan of Dragon Ball, as a guy who's read all of the manga, I struggle with Super. I've been reading the Super manga. The Super manga is actually really good in comparison to the anime, except obviously it misses certain things, but the Super manga is actually really good. So, you know. But anyway, that's me. I've been Fiji. This is where I think and I feel. I'm signing out, guys. Peace.